Okay, this is for user Viral Fraxini on Relationship Advice subreddit. My boyfriend is constantly accusing me of cheating for a good reason, but not really. I cheated on my ex-husband. I have gone through months of trying to come to terms with myself after the divorce that I met my current boyfriend. And as we started getting more serious, I told him my past because I felt like it was relevant. And now anytime we get into an argument, especially if he's drinking, the things he comments on the most and fears is me cheating. I get it, I totally do. I try to empathize, but then I get some jealous feelings and make snide remarks, but nowhere to the level of, oh, go fuck her then, like he does to me. I don't need to give more examples. He just gets really jealous, even more so than me, and that's insane. Well, then he sends screenshots of text between him and this girl, just casual conversations, no big deal. And because I was creepy, I'd already stalked all of his social media well long ago and remember that he commented something on one of her pictures that showed her body off. So anyway, I jokingly said, oh, you guys have sex, lol, because I know that he has slept around a lot, and I honestly expected the answer to be yes, and I wouldn't have cared. Oops, he goes off saying she was a co-worker. Didn't stop him before. Very true. And she was only 17 at the time, etc. Yeah, that hasn't stopped men before. But then I remember his comment of, on a sexy picture of her last year. And now I'm left with, well, do I show him a screenshot of this to show him I had kind of a reason to question, or do I just let it be? I have no clue. Look, I think, so this is for the main poster. I think that my boyfriend is constantly accusing me of cheating for good reason, but not really. Okay, right there, you're starting off the conversation from a place of inequality. Okay, and you're starting the conversation off with a sense of already having done wrong to him. When you haven't done wrong to him, I apologize too about my camera. It's fucking around with me, but you haven't done wrong to him. You did wrong to your ex. You didn't do wrong to this bloke. Now, he may be freaking out about you doing wrong to him because you've done it in the past, which is fair. Like, I can understand that. It probably would have been a good idea to not bring it up, but I also understand why you did, because you want full honesty in the relationship. And now anytime we get into an argument, especially if he's drinking, the things he comments on the most and fears is me cheating. Okay, so when he gets drunk, he's going to tell you the truth. A lot of people do that because they can't handle the truth when they're sober. That's why we drink. You know, we drink and all our inhibitions get lost, so he tells you the truth. I think if I was in your position, I would sit down with him and have a real conversation and ask him the direct question. Are you afraid that I'm going to cheat on you? And the answer you want is either yes or no. It's not the answer you're going to get, because he doesn't like, one thing I've noticed is that in relationships, so you get into a relationship with guy X, and guy X hasn't had the hard questions asked of him. He hasn't thought the hard thoughts. He hasn't had the hard experiences. Now, this guy might have, and he might have the answer for you. So you need to have the conversation. You need to ask him, do you think I'm going to cheat on you? Like, do you honestly think that this relationship will end with you walking away because I'm going to cheat on you? And I know that's a hard conversation to have, but if you trust him and he trusts you, you can have this conversation in which he is just dead set honest with you and says, yeah, I'm afraid of it. Like, I'm really afraid of it. Because then that gives you the opportunity to reassure him by saying, look, I understand why you would be afraid of it. And to explain yourself. Because sometimes we say something like, I cheated on my boyfriend, but there's no context. Like, I've cheated on my girlfriend before. I cheated on one girlfriend when I was 25. I'm 32 now. And then I broke up with her the next day. And so I've also been cheated on, you know? And so the question isn't, did you cheat? The question is, why did you cheat? What made you cheat? I've also been the other guy in a relationship a lot of times. There have been, I think, 7 or 8 different women with whom I've cheated, and they were someone else's woman. And the question for me is, why did they cheat? They weren't bad people. You're not going to get 7 women in a room and every single one of them is a bad person. What you're going to get is 7 women in a room and every single one of them has an issue. Maybe it's a man that didn't love them. Maybe it's a man that didn't give them affection. Maybe it's a man that ignored them. They didn't feel loved. They felt rejected, so they looked for that affection somewhere else. It is natural, and it happens. I don't blame them, because some people make it impossible to be honest with them. It could be the case that these women were in a relationship in which their husband or boyfriend or partner or fiance didn't allow them to be honest, didn't share things with them. Maybe he was working too much and he couldn't. Who knows? For whatever reason. But you guys need to have a conversation about, you need to get to know each other. And look, I had gone through months of trying to come to terms with myself after the divorce. Then I met my current boyfriend. It looks like you've done some of the emotional work to kind of explain to yourself, justify to yourself, and excuse yourself and forgive yourself. That's really hard to do, to forgive yourself. And if you have come to a position where you've forgiven yourself and this man can't forgive you, when it's not his sin to forgive, right? If he can't forgive you, you're in a toxic relationship. Now that leads to a fork in the road. Either you stay in it, which is possible, it just takes hard work, or you leave it, which is also possible. Doesn't take hard work. But if you like this guy, and again, he hasn't done anything bad. He hasn't done anything wrong. I don't think he's a bad bloke. I just think he's trying to come to terms with being in a relationship with a person that he loves that has fucked up. My girlfriend has the same issue, but through my consistent action and through my consistent words and through my consistency and the attention I pay her and the conversations I have with her and the honesty that we share, I believe that she believes that I won't cheat on her because I have no reason to. And I believe that she won't cheat on me because she has no reason to, right? And so being in a relationship is about two people in one body, and so if you guys can get to that place, that will really help. I hope that helps. I really hope that helps. Good luck.